If people who choose to identify as something else would like for people to understand and be accepting of them, then they have to understand that there are people who do not identify as something else. We are just who the fuck we were born as.
You see this gender thing, yeah? I feel like people should just leave children out of this. For me personally, leave the children out of it. Let children know the normal one, which is the male and female or boy and girl, to be easier for them. Then later on, they can learn the other pronouns because even me as an adult, I don't, there are a lot of pronouns. Sometimes I don't even know which is which. Okay. So imagine a child that is just growing up, 4 years old, 3 years old, does not even know their own identity. And they're like, I don't know, yes, I can identify as a cat, or I can identify as a dog, or I can identify as a chair. Like children should be left out of this. I saw a video of this woman complaining and saying that they're kind of confusing her daughter with the gender thing. Let me read this clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
This world is going straight to hell, and I am not joking when I say that. So stick with me because I'm sure this is just going to blow your mind. So this weekend, I took my baby, took Doodlebug, my granddaughter, to this story time, right? And we go to the story time. Everyone is, she's reading and everyone's having a good time. This is 4 and 5-year-olds. So, in a little break before we start the next story, the kids were kind of talking about the story she just read. So the story was Sesame Street. Okay, so my granddaughter, who is 4, says to me, she's talking to me, make that clear. She says, Big Bird is a boy, right? I said, yes, Big Bird is a boy. She said, and I'm a girl, right? I said, yes, you are a girl. Well, the storyteller immediately runs over there and says, oh, we don't discuss gender in here. And I said, excuse me? She said, we don't discuss gender in here. And I said, what do you mean discuss? She said, we don't talk about gender at all. And I said, why? And she said, well, we don't want to be offensive to anyone. I said, let me explain something to you. I don't know about the policy that you have, and at this point, I don't care. I said, because if my granddaughter asks me a question, I'm going to answer it factually, not with my opinion, but with facts. And the facts are that Big Bird is a boy and that she is a girl. And if you don't believe me, watch this. Now, that is straight off the Sesame Street website. As you can see there, he is referred to as he. And I know damn well that my granddaughter is a girl. So I'm not sure what the problem is answering a question that a 4-year-old had. Now, like I said, keep in mind, these are 4 and 5-year-olds. And she says, well, people identify as transgender or non-binary, and we don't want to offend them. So by me stating that I am a girl, or my granddaughter is a girl, that is offensive to someone who chose to identify as something else, please make that make sense. They are choosing to identify as something. This is something we were born as. And I'm supposed to shut up and not state facts because that is going to offend someone else? Hell fucking no. How does this make sense? If people who choose to identify as something else would like for people to understand and be accepting of them, then they have to understand that there are people who do not identify as something else. We are just who the fuck we were born as, period. And telling me that it's offensive to state that you are either a boy or a girl is insane to me because I was born a woman, just like my granddaughter. And the crazy part is, I don't care what you choose to identify as. You can be whatever you want to be. You want to identify as a car, baby, go right ahead. Vroom, vroom. I don't care. Have fun. But the bottom line is, you are still male or female. No matter how you feel, this is just medical facts. When they look at your DNA, if your bones are dug up later, they're not going to say, oh, this person identified as a car. They're going to say you were either male or female. We have to stop this foolishness. And while we are pushing this off on our youth, like I said, 4 and 5-year-olds, I will never understand. It is okay to admit that you were born a girl. It is okay to admit that Big Bird is a boy. I will never understand what the fuck is happening here. You identify as what you choose, but we are not going to take away what the fuck people are naturally born as because someone else is going to find that offensive. If you find it offensive that I am a female, oh fucking well. Get over it. Good day.
Make it a little bit clearer for you. Ellie Jones, who has recently transitioned.
Oh yeah, she's the boy, isn't she? Am I correct? I get so confused.
No, Mr. Riley, you're not correct. And this is the whole purpose of my phone call today, which is that this misgendering and misnaming and downright ignorance, to be honest, has to stop.
You can't go around just saying, oh, I want you to call me this, I want you to call me that. Why should any of us have to bow down to you? I don't understand.
Oh my God. It's 2024. She's not a boy anymore. She's a girl. And her name is Ellie. When are you going to acknowledge that?
You can't just say these things. I want everybody to start calling me helicopter. You can't do that.
Oh my God.
Do that.
So are you basically saying to me that you refuse to acknowledge she's now transgender, she has transitioned?
Transgender? I mean, come on. The girl's what, 14, 15?
Yes, exactly. And she's an incredibly brave young girl. And this needs to be acknowledged.
You're making a huge mistake. It's probably
a huge mistake? Are you for real?
He's just a little confused. It's a phase. He's a phase. It'll get over.
It's a girl. She's a girl.
What happens when he wants to go back, but you've already done too much? You know, this is a Catholic school, don't you? You know, we don't really condone this kind of, I don't even know what to call it, lunacy. We don't condone this kind of lunacy.
Okay, stop right there. I'm going to launch an official complaint against you with the head teacher, with the school, and with the entire educational board, because I cannot believe that someone like you is even allowed to teach today's youth.
I've got a lot of paperwork here, you know. I got a lot of stuff I could be getting on with instead of having this ridiculous conversation with a woman who's deluded her son so much that he now thinks he's a...
What's your take on this gender thing? Do you think they should start confusing? I see it as confusion, to be honest. Do you think they should start confusing the children from infants and tell them, don't worry, you can identify as anything. If you came as a boy, you can identify as anything. Do you think it's right or no? I personally feel like it's not right for me. I feel like it's not right. I feel like let these children be children, okay? Let the ones that came as a boy, let them know that they are a boy, they are male. Let them know. The ones that are girls, let them know that they are girls. If they want to change later on, then they can change and you can educate them about it. Okay? Instead of you see some people, I see some skits online, and after the baby is born, the doctor will be like, oh, what's her name? It's a boy, what's his name? And they'll be like, who told you he's a boy? The doctor said it's a boy, like I know the gender, and they're like, no, you don't force the gender on our baby. Our baby needs to identify his gender. I see it as confusion. I see it as the child self will come out and be like, because when you want to have some conversation with somebody and, oh, hey, baby boy, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to offend anybody here. It's just my own take. And in this channel, you're free to air your opinion. You can disagree with me. It's fine. You can also agree with me. It's fine. But I just feel like children should be left out of this. Because me as an adult, to understand these pronouns, to be honest, I can't. And sometimes I just generalize calling people girl and boy, ladies, men, and women, because that is what I'm used to. Okay, but I can easily learn because now I'm an adult and I understand that some people don't want to be referred to as a male or a boy. Some wants to be referred to they, them, cats, they want to be identified as so many things, right? Which I respect that, okay? But when it comes to children, like, can you just let those children, let them grow, like, just let them enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know. It's just my own take. What is your take? Share your thoughts in the comment section. I would like to know your thoughts comment section respectfully. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.